Adriana Garcia, and this evening we have one of our bands that'll be at Frankie Diablo's for Devil Inside, Something for the Moon. Hello guys. So I'll let y'all individually introduce yourselves. So to the audience, who'd like to go first?
My name is Colleen Boyd. I play in Something for the Moon. So I do drums and guitar. We kind of switch off, and we both do vocals. So your turn.
Yes. I'm Kevin Russell. I also sing, play guitar, and we switch, like she said, back and forth on here.
I'm Luciano Bejarano, and I play cello primarily, and once in a while play guitar, and don't play cajon or sing. So.
Thank God.
He has a beautiful voice.
Cool. So how long have y'all guys been playing together? And what's the story behind that?
A few months, like eight months.
Probably about 8 or 9 months. So he and I work like right next to each other, and I kind of would always talk about music, and I'd be like, I like everything, and he's like, no one likes everything, and I was like, no, and he showed me, some metal that he loved and the metal band that he's a part of, and I was like, dude, I love this. And so then we just started hanging out, and I was like, dude, we should jam one day, and I just went over to his apartment, and I was like, well, I'll just play something, and I used to play acoustic shows alone, so I played one of the songs I used to play, and he just jumped in, and it was freaking awesome, and then he told me about Colleen. We looked her up on YouTube, not knowing her, kind of stalked her for a while. And we're like, we got to snag that voice as soon as we can. And she was down, and we just, started making music.
Cool.
It's been fun.
And what type of style do y'all play, or what kind of music?
Alternative,
so
acoustic, folk.
Stuff.
Yeah, it's
we kind of go all
folky.
over the place.
Yeah, it's dark. It's like heavier because of the cello, in a way, I guess. Not like heavy, but
We try to stick to the folk genre. We do have rock influences. I mean, me being in a metal band, I kind of bring that more of a mindset to this. And a lot of our stuff is in minor key, so it is a little darker sounding. I like how Kevin just said. But we do have a couple happy songs once in a while. Yeah, just so that it's not like all.
It's not all.
Yeah. Yeah, but you definitely hear us and you're like, yeah, that's a folk band.
Yeah,
So.
it's super folky.
Cool. And like individually, who is y'all's biggest inspiration as your own?
For me, with guitar and singing, Elliott Smith. I don't know if anybody knows who that is, but it's one of my favorites.
What
For
kind
sure.
of music?
It's like soft acoustic and like old stuff like Simon and Garfunkel and the Beatles. I'm really into all that. So
Yeah.
along with everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm basically all over the place, but I was primarily in like classic rock bands, like throughout college and stuff. So like I love the Who, and just bands along those lines, like Wolf Mother, stuff like that. So that kind of comes. It kind of comes in with how I sing some of her songs, but not necessarily the style, obviously, because it's a little bit different. And then of course I love Panic! At the Disco, and they're not even a guilty pleasure. I just love that band. I think they're awesome. But you won't hear it in our music, but I do.
And then myself personally, though I do play a classical instrument, cello, I pull from sources that are using classical instruments in the non-orchestral setting.
Okay.
So any bands that sort of incorporate that or any song, like it might just be a one-off, but I'll listen to it and it's like, okay, I like the way they did that, and then I'll try to mimic it for myself. And then I'll try to pull from different genres. As far as when I first started out, it was a lot of like symphonic metal. Just because it does have that element, the classical element in there. But as far as like any one source, I don't really have one. To be honest.
Okay. Who's the songwriter?
All of us.
All of
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah.
It's really weird. Like I'll come up with like a guitar riff or something, and then he'll just start writing. Like I'll write him like, this sounds kind of cool. He's like, yeah, keep playing it, and he'll write like an entire song, and then she of course randomly will just start playing something. And we're like, who are you covering? She's like, no, I wrote that. And we're like, you.
Wow.
So, and then I every now and then might come up with one line for lyrics. Other than that, they write most of the lyrics.
So y'all got like one brain.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're very much on the same page. It makes it easy as far as forming new songs, and then also dealing with other aspects of the band, like getting someone to do artwork. If I see something like, yeah, I love that, I'm like, they'll love it too, because we're all on the same page.
Cool. And how can our audience find y'all on like YouTube or any kind of social media out there?
Tinder. No, I'm just kidding. So
I was like,
have,
really?
yeah. Something for the Moon. So we have Facebook, which is just Something for the Moon, and then our Instagram page is Something for the Moon Band. And we also have a Reverb Nation up. Just search something for the moon. We're the only one that pops up.
We're gonna have a website soon.
We are gonna have a website. Yes.
Yeah, we got a domain. We're still building out the website right now.
Somethingforthemoonband.com eventually.
Yeah. And it'll all be linked. We'll be throwing stuff on there. It'll pop up on Instagram as well as Facebook. And yeah.
Awesome.
Especially our new music coming out. 'Cause we just hopped into the studio, so
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
we have an album coming out as soon as possible. We don't know
This year for sure. Yeah.
I'm excited about that.
Well, I cannot wait for this weekend.
It's gonna be
Look
awesome.
forward to having you guys perform. Don't forget Frankie Diablos this weekend, Friday and Saturday, July 22nd, 23rd. Come check them out. Something for the moon. I'm your online host, Adriana Garcia with Devil Inside. Bye.